These geniuses are racking their brains to solve a game. They are riding hard and crazily calculate. But suddenly, the bell rings. In the morning, they lost again. All efforts are in vain. What they're trying to crack is a top war cipher enigma. 5 rotors and 10 plugs. A total of 1.59 trillion password combinations. It is claimed to never be deciphered. With this password system, the victory of the Nazis is unstoppable. To stop the Nazis and decipher enigma, England secretly found 6 super geniuses. This man is a genius mathematician, Turing. Other geniuses have already started to decipher like crazy, but Turing is messing around all day. Since humans can't crack, then he leaves it to the machine. Turing wants to design a special machine to crack enigma. This is just bullshit. You can blow like that. Don't be afraid to talk too much. Geniuses are full of contempt. No one takes him seriously. Although he is a genius, his emotional intelligence is too low. Ask the leader for £100,000. The leader thought he was crazy. Take £100,000 to build a broken machine. The leader refused him without thinking. Turing said he will go to find his boss if he doesn't give him. Who is the boss of the leader? He's Prime Minister Churchill. This eccentric guy did exactly that. Churchill not only approved Turing's application, he was also appointed as the head of the deciphering team. The first thing Turing did after taking office is just fire 2 useless colleagues. This momentum annoyed other geniuses. Not enough manpower. Turing can only recruit troops by himself. He published a crossword puzzle in the newspaper. Regardless of occupation, the person can crack it in 10 minutes, has the opportunity to join them. In the end, 23 people cracked the game. Coming to the re-examination is another crossword puzzle. And this time, only the 2 of them passed. They just filled the previous vacancy. This pretty girl's name is Joan. Only 5 minutes and 34 seconds. She's faster than Turing's 8 minutes. She is as talented as Turing, but her emotional intelligence is much higher than Turing. As soon as she entered the job, she saw Turing's problem. Relying on high talents, not good at communication. She told Turing, no matter how smart he is, Enigma is smarter than him. Want to crack Enigma? He must use all the help he can get. Turing listened to Joan's advice. The next day he gave each one an apple. Successfully eased the relationship with his colleagues. Sure enough, this is very helpful. In less than 2 days, his colleagues designed a plan. Let the machine run faster, a full 500-fold increase. A massive digital computing machine is built. Can be next. It's far beyond Turing's prediction. This is a legendary genius. His portrait is on the latest pound. The Apple company designed the bitten logo in his honor. Without him, there is no computer or mobile phone nowadays. He is the father of artificial intelligence and the father of computer science. Alan Matheson Turing. In order to crack the most difficult enigma at the time, Turing developed this massive computing machine called the Turing machine. His original intention was to break enigma. Also wanted to quickly calculate large amounts of data. Use data to determine what to do next. Unfortunately, he was wrong. He underestimated the complexity of enigma. 1.59 trillion password combinations. The Turing machine was running for a few days, but it can't calculate the result. The cracking speed is still too slow. The leader has been unhappy for a long time. He can't take it anymore. A crowd of people breaking open the door forced to shut down the machine. Turing trembled all over and can't say a word. Just when Turing was about to be brought to justice, I don't think so. Other colleagues rushed him. They threatened the leader if he dared to touch Turing. He lost them too. At that time, they are the top talents in the whole country. Without them, there's really no hope for World War II. Oh my god, it's crazy. The leader is angry. He only gives in at last. He promises to give them another month. If it still doesn't work after a month, he just destroys everything. Turing is desperate. There's something wrong with Joan. She is 25, but still single and unmarried. Her parents told her to quit her job and find a man to marry. Turing can't live without Joan. To keep Joan, he took a wire from his pocket and wrapped it around in his hand. Immediately got down on one knee and proposed to Joan. What Turing did not expect was his engagement with Joan helped him successfully crack enigma. This woman is a monitor, radio stations dedicated to listening to Nazis. She didn't mention it in the chat. Every time the Nazis send information, there will be some personal habits. For example, a word will be added at the beginning of each message. An understatement instantly gave Turing inspiration. He suddenly realized that the direction was all wrong. The Turing machines do not need to retrieve all settings. Just need to retrieve a few deciphered words. The 1.59 trillion password combinations can be self-defeating. Like the saying "Long live Hitler," the dictionary needs to insert the corresponding word on the Turing machine. Restart the Turing machine. For a few minutes, all settings with this key can be retrieved. Only need to intercept the Enigma. Input to suppressor. Intelligence can be deciphered in an instant. Nazi Navy Jaguar. 53 degrees 24 minutes north latitude and 1 degree west longitude. Enigma was cracked. Who can think of a long live Hitler? Enigma, which can never be deciphered, was breached. During World War II, Germany invented an encryption device, Enigma. 10 people do not sleep, do not eat, do not drink. They're counting 24 hours a day. Enigma that took 20 million years to decipher was easily deciphered by a genius man. He only used the crossword puzzle to defeat that artifact and crack the secret intelligence of the Nazis. In half an hour, the Nazis are about to attack a British fleet. A group member excitedly wants to report to the superior, but he was stopped by Turing. Let the Nazis attack the fleet. Once intercepted the Nazis would know that Enigma was cracked. By then Enigma will be modified. All the efforts are in vain. The information cracked by the Turing machine must be used in the most critical battles. War is cruel. If you want to win the whole war, the people on a boat can sacrifice. What's harder than cracking Enigma is confidential. Turing went to the officer. Asked the officer to block the news that Enigma has been cracked. Using the data analysis by Turing to formulate combat strategy. Make sure not to be noticed by the Nazis. Take the least action to win the war. The next 2 years, the genius team keeps deciphering intelligence. They are calculating like crazy every day. Decide who lives and who dies. Stalingrad at an hour, D-Day. Without the information they provide, these great battles in the history of World War II were impossible to achieve. No one will know. 6 crossword enthusiasts impacted the whole situation of World War II gathered in a small village in the south of England. No one knows their name, the worthy heroes. World War II won. Everyone is celebrating. Congratulations. But this genius group was disbanded. Sir, let them destroy the machine and burn everything. Hide the secret forever from the world. This war is over. But they don't let the world know that Enigma has been deciphered. They can only be unsung heroes. No one knows what they ever did. An underappreciated person who completed unparalleled achievements came to a tragic end. Turing was arrested for personal problems in 1952. He was convicted of gross indecency and sentenced to receive hormone injections, the so-called chemical castration. 2 years later, the tortured Turing used a bite of poisoned apple to end his own life. He died at the age of 41. Turing's story was sealed for more than 50 years. Until 2009, the British Prime Minister finally issued an apology statement. 2013, the Queen of England awarded the royal exemption to pay tribute to this great man, who says a hero is the one who stands in the light, no matter how many years have passed. Heroes should not be forgotten, nor will they be forgotten. Thank you for watching.